and welcome to what will be called, hopefully I don't change my mind, Traffic Talks. I don't know why I'm sounding so weird. I think it's just because I'm actually paying attention to what I'm saying and how I'm pronouncing my words. It's almost like a telephone voice. So I'm probably going to get a lot of funny looks because I am literally in traffic right now. It's Friday the 14th, so happy Valentine's Day. I'm on my way home. Well, not home, gym. I'm going to the gym, then home. But I am done with work. I'm on my way. I'm in traffic. And I told myself yesterday, tomorrow you're going to record a podcast whether you want to or not. Because, you got to just dive in at the deep end. A little bit of background about me. Well, I'm not going to tell you the whole thing. I'd like to remain mostly anonymous. I started a new job this week. And it's been a hell of a learning curve. Let's start there. Usually, my job starts at 8, ends at about 4. And with this new one, it starts at 8, ends at 5. However, it takes me 2 hours to get there in the morning and an hour to get back home in the evening. Well, afternoon. Having to leave the house at 6, hopefully getting to work by 8. Because let's face it, Monday didn't happen, Tuesday didn't happen, Wednesday, Thursday, and today I made it. It's getting there. Basically, not used to the traffic, especially in the morning. Combine that with the fact that I repeat, I am not a morning person is just disaster in all the fun ways that you can imagine. Like, my sleep is out, my eating is out, my coffee has gone to hell because when I wake up, I need my coffee. Me, being the idiot that I am, thought, let me have my morning coffee and then go sit in 2 hours of traffic. Needing to pee and having no exit. Not smart, not good. Do not repeat my mistakes. Please. Those are just the immediate problems. The fatigue, I'll get over that. That's nothing. I mean, as a former university student, not sleeping for hours and just being exhausted and stressed is kind of what you live off of. So that's really not an issue. It's just this first week has been intense in terms of the learning curve I've had to go on. In terms of learning the systems, procedures, all sorts of things. And that was exhausting. But once you get in the rhythm of it, which I think I've gotten quite good at it, and I got the rhythm down, like, it's fine. Like, it's good. The learning curve was not that hard. Having to learn a new system was fun. Having to meet a new coworker was cool. He's nice, he's interesting, and he's patient. I think that's the best thing about it. Because having someone who knows a system and having to teach someone, not the best thing in the world. Him being patient has been, the best thing ever. And I think I picked it up well. So I've enjoyed all the things. There are bad things about it, yeah, but you get over it, To sum up my week, I'm gonna get real with you people. To probably like the one person listening. Thank you for that, by the way. I honestly was late on Monday. And I don't mean like, 10 minutes now you're beating it. No. Work started at 8, I got there like 9. Like, it was not good. Tuesday, I tried again. I got there about 22 to 9. Not as bad as Monday, but still pretty bad. Wednesday, I was like feeling like a marathon runner that ended the race and got a participation like medal. I know I didn't do good, but I made it to the finish line to earn like the last medal. So I think that's how I felt. I wasn't happy, but I wasn't sad. It was like a consolation prize, and I was just like, you made it. You didn't break down like you did on Tuesday, so you're good. Speaking of which, Tuesday came, and once again, I'm gonna get real. I have an anxiety about being late. And I don't mean like, oh, I don't like being late and I'm just being iffy. No. I have an anxiety about being late to the point of not sleeping the night before, having knots in my stomach and not being able to eat or drink properly, to the point of working myself up that my heartbeat and blood pressure rises visibly. I have a Fitbit, and when I'm stressed I can see the rise in my heartbeat kind of anxiety. It is not fun, it is not cute, it is not a pretty picture. That's the kind of anxiety I have when it comes to being late. So when I arrived late on Tuesday, after arriving late on Monday, compounded by the fact that the self-talk went out the window, I literally broke down crying in front of my boss. Broke down, ugly crying. It was a hot mess. It was not fun. That happened. And I was like, okay, one more day. If I don't crack it on Wednesday, I'll have to make another plan and just, thank you, but next. I can't do this to myself. So Wednesday I get there early, Thursday and Friday I get there. It's not an issue anymore. So I'm happy with that. You just gotta, sometimes you gotta persist. Sometimes you gotta be like, nope, not today, Satan. I'm done. Thank you, but no, I've hit my head enough times against this wall to learn my lesson. I'm done. I'm finished. Thank you, but no. I think one of the biggest things about me that I like is that I can always find a positive spin. I'm one of those annoyingly positive people, but that's just masking depression that I'm dealing with and I have dealt with in the past. And I can find a silver lining in any cloud. I can try. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And other times I'm like, yes, positivity, let's do this. What I did was make an actual list. I'm a list person. I like them. I like ticking things off. I like making lists and sub-lists. So I love apps that do that for me. But this, I just did a little sheet in Google Docs. It was good. Anyway, the positives of this new style that I'm in, of having to get up at the crack of dawn, which just annoys me on all sorts of levels. Like I said, not a morning person, has been that I get to see the sun come up sometimes. That is a beautiful experience when you're on a holiday. But when you get to do it on a daily basis, just through the normal humdrum of your days, it makes a difference. You don't think about these things, but just being able to watch your city wake up, it's actually a nice experience sometimes. Other times, not so much. But for the most part, it's good. Another thing I've learned to enjoy about the mornings, especially sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, is to take in the scenery around yourself. We've got amazing views and trees and nature and scenery, regardless of being on a friggin' freeway. I mean, even the buildings around it is absolutely gorgeous. But I actually got such good pictures of Table Mountain. Taking those pictures and just looking at it for no one but myself. I didn't post it anyway. I just kept it for myself. And just being able to look at it and appreciate the beauty of what's around you, regardless of being, I'm going to be late for work. I need to get to work on time. I don't want to, all the things going on. Taking a second to appreciate what you have around you is amazing. Which is another point, being grateful for what you have. Because we've got some not so nice places around us. In the morning, I drive past what's referred to as RTP houses. So it's these tiny little houses, not in the best shape. One of the things I've deeply come to appreciate is what I have. Seeing these houses and these people struggling, I'm grateful for what I have. I have a house, I have a family, I have a car that I can drive to work into. I don't have to struggle as much, and for that I'm so grateful for, because my sister says, I'm an expensive person, but it's not that. I will rather have quality over quantity. I'm not going to buy the expensive shoes because they are expensive. I'm going to buy them because I know the quality is worthwhile. When I buy a pair of shoes, I know it's a good pair. I'm not going to have to struggle because it's going to be worn thin in a week. It might cost a bit more, but it's worth it in the end. Being grateful for what I have, I am. I've got a car that I can drive to work in. I've got all sorts of things that I can do. I'm sitting in my car for 2 hours, but there are other things like this. I can sit and record a podcast. I can be alone with my thoughts. One thing I do love is reading, and I'm not as happy with audiobooks because sometimes the voices annoy me. For the most part, it's hit and miss when it comes to the voices. I remember listening to an audiobook and the voice annoyed me so much I immediately shut it off. I tried again a few days later thinking, okay, maybe I'll learn to like this voice. We'll see what happens. Turns out it didn't. I did not enjoy the voice. It couldn't be helped. I shut it down. I was like, no, can't happen, and I just could never get that audiobook read or listened to. But there's audiobooks like this, there's podcasts. I've listened to so many of them, yet, you always put them off. You're like, oh, I'm going to listen to them this time. I'm going to listen to them. And you don't. There's that. One thing I do love, though, and this is not sponsored or anything, I wish it was, is Castbox. I love using them because, honestly, I can just download my podcasts, put it on my Bluetooth in my car, listen to it, and just enjoy my life. Same thing with audiobooks. Play them through my Bluetooth. Off I go. If I'm listening to you get those other things, the audiobooks where you learn a language. That's awesome. You could do that. I haven't. I should. Maybe I should do that this year. I'll see. Anyway, this was just me basically rambling about my week and traffic, which wasn't that bad post-Tuesday. Yeah. So, thank you for taking your time to listen. Subscribe if you want to hear me ramble more. I generally tend to make a lot more jokes. This was very slow. I think it's just the nerves of the first, one. So, hopefully I'll get this up by Monday for you guys to enjoy. Subscribe, share, all the cheesy things people say. If you want to. You don't have to. Honestly, this is going to be so anonymous. No one's getting famous off of this. I honestly do not want to. So, there's that. But if you enjoy it. And I'll speak to you guys again. Bye.